So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And that gets things running.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they? Exactly.
You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Oh, it's Seedorf. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Very nicely done. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. No foul, says the referee. And he's had it nicked away. And that has left him in a heap. Davids makes a dash for it. Brazil are looking to break at pace.
Peter, if you're looking for a defensive blueprint, then look no further than Alessandro Nesta.
There's nothing he hasn't got, is there?
As complete a stopper as I can remember, he just loves to defend and he's always willing to put his body on the line.
Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, no joy this time. Buffon is there to clear. And he's managed to gift it back. Brazil with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. Can he get on the end of this? Dembele has it out wide and in space. Messi. Yaya Toure has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And he shoots! Oh, cracking effort.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Still goalless at the moment. Thuram. Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, delightful ball. Can he finish? Goal! Brazil! And Brazil take the lead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Brazil have taken the lead.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
He's a sharp little ball here, and it's played in here. That's a decent clearance. Bellingham conjures time and space where few can. And it's Bellingham looking to play him in. Oh, he's bustling through here. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Brazil presented with a golden opportunity here. And that's going to be a booking. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, I suppose the other choice, Peter, would have been to let your opponent score, so he had no other option.
Buffon clearly engaging in mind games here. Oh, it's hit the post! Looking for the far post. Buffon deals with that nice and simple. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score.
Brazil have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Yaya Toure.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Dembele.
Brazil really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Nesta. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tries to play it through. It's a threatening ball. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. So this to extend their lead. Brilliant save from Buffon!
Oh, what a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be psychologically pivotal.
Neymar. Now that looks a decent ball. Neymar is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Neymar! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Neymar can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Thuram. What a throw in. Neymar. And this is Eto'o. It's Eto'o! And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Brazil have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And so the action is resumed. Brazil leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Can he spark a counter here? It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Yaya Toure.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Threads one in. Oh, he's found support out wide. And the Sar claims it without any fuss. So what can they make of this? And he's intervened well there. And this is Dembele. Thuram carries the ball down the right. And here's Eto'o. Knocks it into space. He is through here. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Pepe did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Messi, being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, and if they're good...
Oh, that's ambitious. Oh, a very decent attempt. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
Yaya Toure. And he was quick to react. They've got a corner here.
Substituição no time do Corinthians.
It's their second corner of the game.
Camisa 10, camisa 25, deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 18, camisa 9. Teremos uma substituição.
They've played it short. Engages and forces him off the ball. Corinthians have the chance to go the other way. And he's there to make the challenge. Brazil do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Yaya Toure. Best aimed beyond the defence. Pass somewhat off target. Bellingham. And the shot! Great effort, but no way through. Nicely weighted ball. Maldini. It's Van Dijk. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Neymar. Steaming on goalwards. It's not an especially good pass, that.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Raul. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Nesta makes the interception. Passing nice and neat. And the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And that's in! Corinthians are back in business! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Substituição no time do Corinthians. Camisa
So
7,
changes afoot here, and from both sides.
camisa
Starting
16,
to look very interesting, this.
camisa 17.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Camisa 24, camisa 20. Substituição.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And this is Bale. Shot could be on. Shapes to shoot! Against the crossbar. That's really good defending.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Foram indicados 2
Bumps him off it and
minutos de
wins back the
acréscimo.
ball. Tries to pass it through. Raul is a player who... And he's let fly! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Raul is offering a right smile there.
And that is that. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's away we go then. Palmeiras have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs. But if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Tries to pass it through. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Muscular approach does pay off here. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
And he's looking to catch him up. It's a searching pass. Dembele providing an outlet on that flank. Showing good feet. Here comes the cross. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Darren Fletcher, still goalless, and it's Owen. Bergomi proves too strong, too smart. Seedorf.
Palmeiras really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
And he shoots! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substituição no time do Palmeiras.
Palmeiras with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Cleared away. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lovely, now then. Cruyff, oh, shooting chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Cruyff really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Bergomi gets it away. Cannavaro. Oh, that's fabulous. Ball swung in. Seedorf. And it's Messi. Darren Fletcher. And he's lost his man here. Oh, look. Romario! Goal! Palmeiras! Another moment of magic. A real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So we have the first goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
That was mighty close. Araujo, Chouameni, and it's Chouameni. Seedorf with the slide tackle there. Bellingham. Now there's a fine... And Messi! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Yaya Toure. It's Bellingham.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
That's a lovely pass. Chouameni, Darren Fletcher, Neymar, and that interception was most necessary. Cruyff pinches it off him. Good running, strong and purposeful. And he plays one through. He's got away. And the shot! And that's a tidy finish. Brazil are back in business. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
No, he refuses to take the bait. Great vision. Good ball over the top. This is Dembele, and he's managed to get free. Chance! Oh, crossbar! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Darren Fletcher. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Fletcher has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Araujo. And it's half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. And we are up to the break.
Well, I think keeping our neutral hats on, Peter, this is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of creativity. Both sides really ought to be looking to up the urgency, though.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Takes a shot! And he couldn't finish. Dembele! Superb from Dembele!
Oh, that was magnificent. What a way to stamp your ability on a game. Not necessarily pivotal, but it has most definitely shifted momentum.
Oh, a horrible error, and he has nowhere to hide.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
Yeah, it all looks so promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
Neymar. Seedorf. Here's a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Can he latch on to this? Dembele picks it up out wide. He is through here. Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Engages and forces him off the ball. Neymar gets into a good position. He has found the way through. Brilliantly cut out.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Oh, red, nice interception. Araujo. And it's Tchouaméni to Messi. Neymar. Ball has bounced loose now. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Big chance! And yes, it's there! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check, it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do...
Takes a shot! Oh, that wasn't far away.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Elise. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again. And often...
Decent chance! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
So, a breakthrough already. And it's Bellingham. Aims beyond the defence. He's got away. Dembele. Oh, good climb! And a neat finish. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they
struck first time. Oh, nearly. Not the best distribution from the keeper. And this is Shevchenko. He won't be happy with that one. Bellingham. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Carvajal. That pass has been well intercepted. And he's worked it through. And he's managed to get free. Big chance! Goal! Brazil! And the comeback is complete. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And now he has two. Brazil have their lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Seedorf is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Bellingham is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And it's Cruyff. And this is Messi. Bellingham. And he's there to retrieve it. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's taking on the lot of them. Nice control. He's Bellingham! Off the post. And that's a tidy finish. And he is just ripping it up. Ibrahimovic at his razor-sharp best there.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
And with that, the hat-trick is... tries a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, well played, well played. Brazil have the chance to go the other way. He's found a way through. He's in one-on-one. Can he finish? Yes! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Neymar. Brazil heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Dembele. He is just caressing the ball. That is a superb rearguard action. Maldini. Olise. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Olise. Well, that looks a decent ball. It's Neymar! And somehow he kept it out. Corner number 2 then. Bellingham gets it away. And it's Messi. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Brazil are looking to go forward now. Dembele. He's had it nicked away. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Shevchenko. Olise in acres of space out wide. Defending of the desperate variety. And this could be the final action of the first half. And that should get the job done. Oh, easy pickings there. Flamengo with another chance from a corner. Corner number 4 coming up here. They've played it short. And it's Carvajal. Great chance! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball.
And we've reached half-time.
Well, I think it's pretty much ideal so far, Peter. They won't be happy about conceding, but other than that, it's been really plain sailing.
Brazil leading by 3, and normally that would do, and some. But this feels like no ordinary game. That gets us going once more. Nesta. Rijkaard. And this is Neymar. Look at Cruyff! And that's in! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Flamengo may be down, but not out just yet. Carvajal. Albert Ferrer. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's picked it up out wide. Very nicely done. Solid defending, refused to be out-muscled. Albert Ferrer defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Looking for options for movement. Olise. Bellingham. And the counter is on. Bellingham plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. This is Dembele. There, he leaps for it. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Dembele. Neymar.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, it's Dembele. Carvajal stood up well to him there. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Yaya Toure. And it's Dembele. Dembele stood his ground strongly. Rijkaard. Messi. Bergkamp. Pressing high and with purpose. That's a little off target. Nicely weighted ball. Knocks it into space. Dembele gets into a good position. Olise. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Nesta. Oh, that's well done, really robust. And here's Messi. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And here's Cruyff. And here's Neymar. Goes down, but nothing given. Driving forward. Oh, it's Dembele. Messi. Neymar. Neymar running with intent. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And he welcomes it in. Oh, shooting chance! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Well, they've got a big enough job on their hands as it is, Peter. They really need to be putting those chances away.
They're up to 5 corners now.
Substituição no time do Flamengo. Camisa 22. Neymar. Camisa 8.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Camisa 14. Deixando o campo para a entrada de.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Camisa 16.
Howson promptly onto that, and that is that.
Substituição em andamento.
And it's Totti. And here's Cruyff. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cruyff was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And that's a dangerous ball. Rijkaard, that's a good ball. He's having a shot! And no, he had to, and yet he could not. The corner count is rising, that's 6. Chance, surely! That's going to go a long way. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Hullet. He's picked his way through. That is a brilliant interception. It's a pretty loose chance for a shot! That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. And it's Lopez. Shevchenko. Now there's a fine ball. Real chance! And it's in! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And that is that. Brazil have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
This has been a very composed response when trailing. There was no sense of anxiety, just a belief to stick to the game plan and stick to
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And we're underway. Tato's selection here is, of course, entirely logical. There are so very many looking forward to seeing him here.
Couldn't agree more, Peter, when you consider how much he brings to the table. We all know about his qualities on the ball, but what I like in particular are his two signature moves, the diagonal runs he makes into the box at full...
Can he finish? Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Messi knocks it into space. He's in a good position here. And he can thump it away. And it's Batistuta. Silvestre. Over to the other side. Cafu. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Cafu has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. Dembele. Nice bit of trickery. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Gerrard gets a foot in here. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. And the counter is on. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now he's off and running. Messi. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, they've got it again. Brazil, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And that's going to be a booking. Looking to pass their way up the pitch.
Oh, great feat, that.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he's managed to get free. Loose ball now. Oh, and he shoots! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Guardiola certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
It's Dembele. Belly plays the game a step back. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Well, he's playing innocent. He has every reason to. Cafu has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm he is therefore off. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle.
He's got to have a go at this, and it looks straightforward.
Dembele! Superb from Dembele! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So the first goal of the game.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserved goal.
Quality ball. Oh, that's a very decent chance! Well taken goal. And they're threatening to fly away here. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Brazil are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So that's two now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Dembele, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Nesta cannot be beaten that easily. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's picked his way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Batistuta. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Brazil looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. And this is Pato. Hoisted in. Tries a shot! Oh, they could be caught out here. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Elise, he's having a pop! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Yaya Toure is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Look at this, it's Pato! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Alexander Pato really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
That is good alertness. And it's Batistuta. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, that's been cut out, well played. Thuram cut. That's the end of the first 45. Some first half thoughts?
Brazil really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have gone another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Brazil looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Elise. Elise will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Neymar. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Seedorf. Looking for the run. And this is Pato. Guardiola. Gerrard. And Silvestre. And it's Guardiola. Engages and forces him off the ball. Seedorf. Silvestre cuts it out. Yaya Toure. And it's Pato. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
This is Dembele, just eases him off the ball. He's had it taken off him. Dembele proves just a little bit too strong. Dembele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Tries a measured ball, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now the ball in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Neymar. And it's Pato. Neymar. Pressure. Takes the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Thuram. Dembele is onto it in a flash. And it's Pato. Pato going face-to-face with his great rival. That is a great pick out. Oh, cracking. Goes for a shot! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Sao Paulo, of course, one of the best supported sides in Brazil, in the whole of Latin America. The Morumbis, the ultimate shrine, where 66,000 or so congregate week in, week out. So we're very much on the way now. Well, 2014-15 certainly provided some terrific highlights for Lionel Messi's career showreel. Many claimed it was his best season ever. He did, of course, win the treble, and Jim, it doesn't get a whole lot better than that.
Well, one of the pinnacles of his club career, Peter.
And what stood out for you?
His performance against Madrid's other team was just stunning, especially when you look back that they played him 6 times the previous season and didn't win once. So he just took them apart with his usual ruthless efficiency.
Oh, that's a key interception. Nesta. Oh, good-looking ball. And reclaimed it in a trice. That's a sharp pass. Davids. Dembele.
This is the time you need that pace.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Messi! Goal! Brazil! And Brazil take the lead. A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Not the most accurate pass. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Brazil clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
It's Ibrahimovic! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And it's Messi. That is good strength. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Quality ball. Mbappe shapes to shoot! He's got a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Sao Paulo are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Sao Paulo restore parity.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to...
He'll try from distance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Great vision. And it's been played through. Oh, no joy this time. And smartly reclaimed. Dembele, very much a man of this moment. That is good alertness. Sao Paulo have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Mbappe makes a dash for it. Sao Paulo have reclaimed it. That's a dangerous ball. Oh, shooting chance! Ibrahimovic. And it's Bellingham. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Davids. Roberto Carlos. 5 minutes till the break. Now Howson. Roberto Carlos. And that's a throw-in. Upamecano. And it's Zanetti. And the return pass. Plays the return pass.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
And it's Davids. That's an imaginative pass. So, temporary halt to the action. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So, nothing in it, Jim. What do you think?
Well, it's been an intriguing watch. A really nice contrast of styles that seem to suit both teams pretty well. Who's ultimately going to win it? It's anyone's guess still.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1.
Substituição no time do São Paulo. Camisa 8.
So it's back to business.
Substituído pelo jogador. Camisa 20.
Messi.
Oh, sweet feet. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone.
He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
So, power or guile, what's it going to be? So, to pass or to shoot, that is his question. Ibrahimovic. And he shoots! They've got to be quick to recover this.
Substituição no time do São Paulo.
Brazil with the corner, they're first.
Sai para a entrada do jogador. Camisa 3.
They've played it short. Decent chance! Goal, Brazil! And they're back in front. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Camisa 9. Substituição em andamento.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Brazil with the lead. Nicely spread. Messi.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Cleared without hesitation. Dembele couldn't squeeze it through.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Maldini. Keeper's got good distance on that. Oh, it's Dembele. Zanetti cuts it out. Pass somewhat off target. Long ball by the goalkeeper.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Bastoni gets across to intercept that.
Público presente na partida de hoje.
Maldini is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Ambitious ball here. Oh, it's Dembele. Back in possession and ready to go again. Dembele. They're urging him to shoot.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Messi does well to get it back.
Substituição no time do São Paulo.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Vai ser substituído pelo jogador.
And that has been
Camisa
cleared.
15. Teremos uma substituição.
Well, that looks a decent ball. And he plays one through. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And now the breakaway. Tries to pass it through. Best. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Pedri.
Such good technique.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And that's going to be a booking.
Substituição no time do São Paulo.
Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
Fechando o campo para a entrada de camisa 10, camisa 13. Substituição.
Pedri. Best has it out wide and in space. Yaya Toure. Now he's off and running.
You have to expect that from everyone there.
Knocks it into space. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. There's the shot! And the difference is still one, but only just.
Nedved clearly knows that he let himself down there. He'd like another pop at that one, but that's not how it works.
Mateus.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
It's a searching pass. They've got a corner here. Corner number 2 then. It's been taken short. Best going face to face with his great rival. Showing good feet. Sao Paulo have the chance to go the other way. That's very neat. Stood up well to him there. Oh, such a clever touch. Oh, that's fabulous. That's tidy.
That's good play from him.
Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Big chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And that was very necessary. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Del Piero is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Deep into stoppage time. Wriggles his way through. Oh, that's nice. Mateus. And the pass is intercepted. And that will be it. Brazil have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, the early goal certainly helped settle everything down, and from there you felt this was always going to go one way. Office.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. A moment to savour for all of us. Lined up on the start line, their eyes fixed on the prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle, and here we go.
You know, for me, Peter, there's a deep-lying playmaker out.
Daddy Olmo! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Alonso.
Oh, sweet feet.
He's played it back. Oh, what a ball! And he was alert to it, and he's hit it long. Oh, can he get onto this? He's through here. Bellingham finding himself in space. No outsmarting him this time. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Daddy Olmo is onto this. Pedri. Bellingham. Cruyff. Oh, just skips past his man. Has to go back here. Pedri. Yaya Toure.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And this is Ronaldinho. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Showing good feet. Bellingham. And it's Pedri. That is lovely. That looks a decent ball. Tries a shot! Goal! Barcelona!
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Gol del Barcelona. Marcó en el minuto 16.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique...
Decent chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, he looked pretty much unstoppable there. The only thing missing was the finish, of course.
Messi. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Tries to pass it through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Guardiola is always looking to break lines. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. He's a sharp little ball here. Can he get on the end of this?
Ronaldinho clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
He slings it in.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Roberto Carlos. And it's Xabi Alonso. To Guardiola. This is a promising build-up. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Pedri. Great defending, strong and determined. Yaya Toure. Pedri. And this is Bale. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Bellingham. Ronald. Oh, shooting chance! Brilliant! He's got himself an absolute peach. And there's the the goal they've been looking for. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And it's Pedri. Now it's Messi. Guardiola making good progress. Azar. And this is Bale. Great ball if he can get there. Oh, well played, well played. Xavi Alonso. And it's Olmo. He's shifting through the gears here. Dani Olmo proves just a little bit too strong. And it's half-time. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Barcelona sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat.
Recordamos a nuestros espectadores que junto a las puertas de acceso al estadio hay instaladas unas huchas destinadas a recoger sus donativos para nuestra campaña solidaria en favor de los más necesitados. Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 18, Hazard,
Gets us going once more.
será sustituido por el dorsal 20, Deco.
Yaya Toure. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's going to be disappointed with that. And this is Cruyff.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's and Messi! And that is quite wonderful! A finish of true class! Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Messi,
Madrid cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
Messi.
The manager must have given him an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Guardiola threads one in, and he's intervened well there. Bellingham needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Can he finish? Oh, well played. Exemplary, that. Barcelona with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. Just eases him off the ball. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Bale. Ronaldinho. So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
Pedri aims beyond the defence, and he shoots! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Cruyff plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Now it's Messi. Pedri. Bale. And this is Bale. It is a corner. Corner number 2 then. Messi goes short. And this is Bale. He's had a shot! In he goes again. And the ball's come loose here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Guardiola running with intent. Space for him to turn and look. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
That has not gone well. Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Karambir. Now it's Cruyff. Roberto Carlos kept his eye on it, and he's there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
So we have movement on both benches.
Well, there is that saying, Peter, that if it isn't broke, don't try and fix it. But I suppose you don't want to risk anything in a game like this.
Deco. Messi. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Madrid really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Roberto Carlos. And that's a throw-in. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Knocks it into space. Now it's Deco.
Such good technique.
And he's managed to get free. Quick look, then plays it in. Kubo. Karambir does well to get it back. And here's Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres! Now there's a fine ball. This could be their final throw of the dice. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Roberto Carlos with the short one. And it's Messi. And he welcomes it in. A
think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
3 minutos de descuento.
Kubo. And the number on the board is 3. And this is Cruyff. He's picked his way through. Now it's Luis Suarez. Deco looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Looking for options for movement. He's been taken out. Could that be a penalty? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, what possessed him to do that, Peter, I have no idea. It's not in keeping with the quality of the performance.
I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick. Great chance here to level it up. Messi, and the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? And there goes their last chance. Barcelona can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Barcelona can be really happy with this. I saw it as one of these defining games for them, and they showed real character to get the job done. A big statement for anyone who might be up next.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, it is only day one, but already there is a palpable sense of obligation right from the start. These teams know they cannot falter.
A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. And we're underway.
Chouameni completing his first century of appearances here today, and that has not gone unnoticed.
Well, that milestone might be on the back of his mind, Peter, although I'm pretty sure he'll just go about his business as usual. It's just one of the many achievements he'll go on to reach from here.
There's a goal! The first significant strike. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
And that's gone loose. Roberto Carlos. And Rafinha. Roberto Carlos. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, he's bustling through here. And a chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out. Oh, nice touch. Pedri is onto this. Can he finish? And there's his goal. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Bale. Yamal. Now it's Alvarez. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. He's found a way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Pau Kubasi gets across and deals with it. Lewandowski. Madrid have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Bellingham plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Bellingham, good driving run. He's beaten the last man. Shot a goal! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
Barcelona with the corner. And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
En el marcador se puede ver información sobre las líneas de autobuses que cuentan con una parada en las inmediaciones del estadio.